Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking USB gaming microphone kit. That's correct. This is a really good for gaming and also podcasting and streaming. It is called A6T and is done by a company called Fifine. This is not only just going to give you regular mic, but also it has RGB lights to it, has a mute button, plus it's USB Type-C so you can connect it easily. It is plug and play and it is going to work like charm. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification, select all in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. So it comes with this user manual, which is nicely created. You can see that it has the name, model number, everything in the front. But once you want to open it, it opens more like a brochure. It also comes with a USB Type-C to a regular USB Type-A connector. And yes, it has a little Velcro, which they always indicate it and put their logo on it. Makes it very slick to have. It comes with a really nice table clamp. Now this is very easy to process. You just have to roll this down in order for it to connect to the table, which I'm going to show in a couple of seconds. So this part will be inside with the table, and then this part will be able to connect once you put the actual arm inside of it. Then it will be able to tie it up so that way it doesn't move that much. So this way you have a better grip on the actual arm. So we will show that in a couple of seconds. Now the actual arm is really nicely done too. You can see the bottom part which will go to the clamp, and then on the other side of it is going to be connected to the mic, which we're going to show in a couple of seconds. Again, you have these little knobs that you can open, so make it easier for you to move. And yes, there is a little section that will connect to the mic. Now I have to mention that this is the 18 inches, and yes, I have some of them that I already using for my lights that are connected right now. And yes, you can make this part to be also not open and closed that much, which makes it very easy to play with. But make sure that when you're open and closing, don't put your hand inside of it. It really likes to just take a bite of your hand, except that it's really nicely done. I really like that. So let's go through and we will connect it in a couple of seconds. It comes with a little filter, which it has a little happy sign right in front of it. Filter is really good, so that way if you have certain type of words, or when you talk, you go into spit with it too, this will cover it. So this way it does not really land on your mic, or it's also going to take some of these words and make it sound better for you. Now here is the actual mic that comes with it. I have to mention that this mic is very light, so it doesn't have that much weight. Even with the actual shock absorbing part of this part of it, it is not going to be heavy. I really like that. And you can see the part that will connect to the actual arm, and then you can tie it up, or except that you can make it to go up or down. So if you lose it up a little bit, you can see that it goes up or down. Makes it very simple to play with. So this is the shock absorbing part of it that is connected to the mic. This is the volume that you can put up or put down. It has a little also dialing on it that shows you. But once you go to the front, these are the front and the back. Now I have to mention that it has LEDs inside, and when we connect it, you can see that. And then on the top you have a little, just tap it, it will go mute, and when you tap it again, it just comes back on. So when you're playing with it, make sure that you don't tap the top. And again, we do have a software that we will show how we're going to use it with that, and then we will test all of the parts to see exactly how it sounds up. I hope that you're going to like it. So first thing first, we have to hook up the table clamp. You can see that it is higher, so we have to bring it more down first and see how fast we can do that. And then once you go there, make sure that it is nice and flat. You can see that it is nice and flat over here. And then the bottom part, which is right here, has to be really nicely clamped to the table itself. And there you go. Now you cannot really move it, and that's what you need to do. Now we take in the arm part, and then one part of it will go inside, and you can see that you cannot go in because this is all the way in. So once you open it up a little bit, it should go in. There you go, you see that? Once it goes in, then you can clamp it up a little bit, but you have to make sure that you don't do it too much so you cannot move it. And if you do too much and you're trying to move, it will ruin the actual arm. So make sure that you don't really tie it hard. You can see that. That should be good enough. So this is how it really shows when you hook it up. And this is the top part. And you're going down to this part right there. So now we got to hook up the actual mic on this. Now, while you're going to install the actual mic, make sure that you have it in a way so it is not going to bother you when you are turning it around, because this is the way that you have to do it. You see that? So make sure you loosen this part a little bit, and then this way you can roll it. Now you can tie this part up so it doesn't go up or down. And here you go. Now it has been hooked up. Now we're not done yet. Let's bring it up a little bit. If you see right there, there's a little edge, and that's going to be the front of the mic. And that is where we're going to hook up the filter. So make sure the filter is faced this way. And then we're just going to grab it and make sure you connect it. And that's about it. And now the filter sits in front of the mic. So now for the wire, you got to take the Velcro off and then open it up. And if you look right over here, there is a USB Type-C connector. And the wire that I have their name on it, go ahead and connect it there. And there you go. Once it's connected, you can see that it is really nicely just flashed with it. So right now, since I don't have Velcros to set this up, I made the wire go from here, goes underneath of this little hinge that you can click, or you can make it tighter so the mic doesn't move. And then I went from the side, going all the way to the top of this little part right here. And then I brought it down. And then I just put it on top of this and I rolled it, so I'm going to connect it too. Now, as soon as you hook it up, yes, you will see the lights start. This is awesome. Now, and this is how nice it is when you are just going to play with it. I really like the design that they have placed and the RGB colors that are running inside of it. All right, so now it's time for us to install this app and then going to take advantage of it so we can play with the A6T mic. Now, in order to process it, first, we have to launch the website, which is this one. So you have to go to Google and you have to type OBS download. And then the first one that comes up, click on it and it takes you to this website. Now I have to mention that this software is a very powerful software and it is free. So it's for Windows, Mac, or you can get it for Linux. Scroll down, it says download installer. Don't worry about these two. We're not going to cover it in this video. So once you get it, install it, and then you're going to get this up. So make sure that you run it. Now I've already set up things because I'm always going to use this for my voiceover and more. So this is how it is. And yes, you get this little part so you can see exactly how loud we're talking. Number one is you can see that I did not set up the A6T mic yet. I'm using my Blue Snow. So now we will change it and we will install the A6T mic. For that, there's a little plus sign. We will click on this. And then from here, we're going to select the audio input capture. Over here, we're going to name it. So whatever you want to name, you can process that. You can see that I already have one, but this is my secondary and I will click OK. From here, you will see the devices. So little drop down, click on it, and then you can select your mic. You can see that it already have the Fifine microphone is there, and that's the one you need to select. This one is my Blue Snow. So this is the one you need to select and then click OK. And automatically it shows up. Now you can see that I have another bar on the top, and this is for my A6T mic. So right now I can disable, so that way it's not recording two voices. But let's just disable the blue mic and enable the A6T mic. All right, so we made it this way so you can see the mic and also the settings in the back and how good this really works. So what we will do right now is we're going to start the recording on the actual software, and now we will switch. So this way you can see that this picks up the voice, and now it makes it a lot easier so you know exactly how far your voice will be. So now if I have to tap on it, it has to totally mute the sound. So now the sound comes from the screen itself. So that way we have everything covered. Now if I tap it again, it automatically just start picking it up, and you can see even the LED part in the front is really nicely done. Now there is a little mic, there's a little knob in the bottom that you can also bring the volume down or up, and you can see once I go down, now the volume is from here, so you don't see anything on the top that is flying. But if I have to bring it up a little bit, you can see that start blinking again. Yes, so this is how it is done, and this is how you will be able to know if the voice is lower or higher, and as soon as you touch it, automatically just give you everything that you need. So this is not the only part. Now if I have to switch the screen to the full screen, so that way we can see all of these settings. Now there's more options that you can use for your mic. In this case right now you can see that this part is going all the way to the red, which is not that bad. You can use this little knob to bring it down, so this way it does not reach to that red part at all because of how loud you're going to talk. And then you can take it back up so you can see that it is reaching that little red part. So that's not the only thing. You can click these little lines, and over here you can see that there's filters, and also there's advanced audio properties that you can play with. So there's a lot of different videos out there for this software that you can use, and you can play with something like this, and you can add any kind of noise gate in this case, or you want to use something like a compressor, or you can use the expander. This way you can play and you can make your mic sound a lot better, so that way you can take advantage of this mic. But except that this is a really good mic, it has really cool potential because it has different lights to it, and on top of that you can play with this, you can move it back and forth and more, so that we can take advantage of it. This is very inexpensive. Links are going to be available where you can order it from. Except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is exitex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.